At the end of September, we reported on the feud within the Kadyrov family related to Turpal Ali Ibrahimov. Now, having gathered complete information about what happened, we can share it with you. So, we must start, of course, with the FSB. How could it be otherwise when this agency oversees Kadyrov and every action and word of his? Although the FSB would like to see Daudov as its representative in occupied Chechnya, this does not prevent them from overseeing the upbringing of Kadyrov's sons. The essence of this upbringing lies in the gradual involvement and training of them in the leadership style required by the FSB and the Kremlin over their subjects. Most of all, Adam Kadyrov has succeeded in this, and he is the one being worked on the most. But the other two sons are not far behind. As it turns out, main character of this story is Ali Kadyrov, the most humane of Ramzan's three eldest sons, who takes after his mother. Ali Kadyrov received a proposal, approved by his curators, to put Basayev's Indira Mahmudovna on the payroll, who previously headed the MSE of the Shali district. The reason for this was that during her tenure as head of the MSE of the Shali district, Indira managed to fill her pockets quite significantly. She did this not only by demanding money even from disabled people for certificates of their disability, but also by scamming people who gave her money for fake certificates. After some time, Indira left this position and opened her private clinic in Grozny called Medim. Of course, Indira would not have been able to carry out her dealings so freely if she did not have protection. This protection was named Turpal Ali Ibrahimov, who is the cousin of Ramzan Kadyrov. We will not disclose the reason for this protection for ethical reasons. It seemed that everything could have been fine for Indira, but her craving for luxury led to her downfall. Indira lived like an English lord in an African colony, hiring black women as maids and showcasing her wealth in every way. According to eyewitnesses, she was very arrogant and did not consider other people as human beings, flaunting her wealth in every way. One day, Indira's fairy tale life was interrupted by a call from an unknown number. Caller informed her that she now had to personally deliver 500 million rubles to Ali Kadyrov. Until she paid, her clinic in Grozny would be closed. But Indira did not panic and immediately called her protector Turpal Ali Ibrahimov, to whom she explained her problem. Ibrahimov calmed Indira and told her to open the clinic as he would solve her problem. Indira opened the clinic, and this immediately became known to Kadyrov's curator, who personally called his uncle Turpal Ali. The incident happened at night, so Ibrahimov picked up the phone, listened to his nephew's question, and told him that they would talk tomorrow as it was late and he was very tired. After that, Turpal Ali Ibrahimov ended the call and went to sleep, though not for long. Very soon, Ibrahimov and his security were brought to Kadyrov's residence, where Kadyrov began to curse and insult his cousin directly to his face, and then, when he was beaten and thrown to the floor, he demonstratively started to humiliate him. We will also not disclose the details of what Kadyrov did to Turpal Ali Ibrahimov for ethical reasons. After that, Turpal Ali Ibrahimov's security underwent the same procedure. It is noted, by the way, that being one of the guards of a slave of the Russians is a very dangerous and thankless job, as in case of your master's mistake, you will also suffer. A clear message was thus conveyed to Turpal Ali Ibrahimov and the entire entourage of Kadyrov. The sons of Ramzan, second only to him, should be treated the same way they treat Ramzan himself, that is, with servility. That's not all. Then, Basayeva Indira was also targeted, brutally beaten and tortured. Aslan Iraskanov, the Minister of Internal Affairs of occupied Chechnya, was appointed to oversee the process. After that, Indira ended up in the hospital. However, not in her private one, but in a public one. And no longer as an owner, but as a patient. And her arrogance suddenly disappeared. She, as often happens in such moments, came to the realization of what a bad person she had been. And it came because, in addition to beatings and humiliations, she was forced under torture to give up all her property. And before we start listing the property taken from her, try to maintain your composure, as it was seized from her. Hundreds of millions of rubles in cash in various currencies, about 40 apartments in different countries, villas, apartments and land plots in Dubai. Total amount of property seized from Indira is estimated at 3 billion rubles. And these figures provide a very good understanding of the scale of corruption in occupied Chechnya, under the supervision of Russia, of course. It may seem that by taking her property, Kadyrov restored justice. But if that's what you think, then you are a very naive person, because this money went into Kadyrov's and his family's personal pocket. It should be understood that Kadyrov and his relatives live very, very luxuriously. Their monthly expenses amount to billions of rubles, so considering the war in Ukraine and the subsequent sanctions, such raids are necessary for them to avoid